So, we're starting here in the underground jungle to fight against this, and I forgot all the platforms. Beautiful. Because there's something back at the house that's going on that I kind of can't deal with right now. Well, at least I want to do it after fighting this boss. It's another event, and because this is a single player world, I can't pull up the chat to show it. But basically, we're being invaded. But they're gonna wait. And also, I crafted this, a grappling hook, which is very nice. I had the supplies to do in the last episode, but I completely forgot about it. Also, my health is at its max. But yeah, let's summon a bee. And let's not die to it this time. I said let's not die to it this time. So the queen bee... Wait a second, I'm going to be switching this to forward. So, bees. Giant bees. So the queen bee, she has a few different attacks. What she's currently doing is she's just sitting there throwing small bees at us, which they're annoying for a ranger because they're hard to hit. And like an idiot, I flew this platform in honey, so I can't put a freaking campfire down on it, which is what I'm trying to do, which is why I'm throwing these wood blocks all the way. But I'm being bounced around, so my mouse cursor is hitting the completely wrong option. Beautiful. Wrong target. So yeah, ranged weapons are definitely the best way to deal with the queen bee, because you can easily attack with them. But yeah, the annoying thing is her bees can poison you. Case in point, I'm poisoned right now. Although it wears off just about here. So yeah, the water ball is also pretty good because of the fact that with how small these hives are, they bounce back into it quite a lot, and they can just penetrate the small bees unlike bullets. But yeah, I was able to throw down the campfire considering I drained the honey into the lower parts of the hive. But yeah, if you submerge yourself in honey, you get a small health regen buff. It'll become very useful later on. But yeah, she also has the attack you've seen where she like rushes at you. The best way to dodge that is wait for the like stand on the ground, wait for that raw sound, and then just jump. That's my most reliable way to deal with her. Then she can also fly around and shoot stingers at you, which is probably the most annoying attack to dodge. But yeah, this boss is pretty simple. I tried to take it on in the second episode, as you probably saw, but I accidentally summoned it in that one. And I got myself killed. And the commentary in that episode was lost anyway, so fuck it. But yeah, this one is just essentially a matter of just shooting it down with the mini shark. Nothing really special happening here. In expert mode, she does get a lot faster, and it becomes a bit of a pain, let's be honest. But yeah, normal mode, which is what we're playing, pretty easy, pretty simple. And she's just about dead. Don't know what I'm playing with that with the water bolts here. I could just shoot her and finish it. And there she goes. Okay, that should not have been as difficult as it was. But we've actually got a weapon I do kind of like, and if you actually look, this is stronger than the enchanted sword. It's smaller, and it doesn't cast light, but summons killer bees after striking off though. It's actually a very nice weapon, and these are amazing. But let's go home, and let's meet our new attackers. Yep, goblins. So I'm going to treat this like a boss, and I'm going to let the commentary be a future. And then I'll describe the new NPCs that I got off camera after that. So take it away, future me, describe the Goblin Army. Okay, so the Goblin Army. These guys are the first invasion event that we've had in the game. They can last pretty much infinitely until we kill a certain amount of them, which is what the cleared thing in the bottom right is for. So there's 5 types of goblins. There's the peon, the thief and the warrior. They're the ones that are walking around. There's the archer, which is the one I just killed there, which is trying to shoot us. And there's the sorcerer, which casts shadow flame, I think, projectiles at us. In our current state, they're all piss easy. And in fact, their own weapons that they drop for us, the spiky balls, they're good at tearing through them. And the beekeeper is also helping, so as you can probably tell, the beekeeper can confuse enemies, which makes them run away from you as opposed to attacking you. Which is kind of amusing. It's all because of the giant comedy question mark. So you probably also notice that every so often, when I'm in like the top left of the base, the sky keeps changing. It's because there's an artificial jungle atop the item room, which briefly showed up in the previous episode where I was grinding slimes. But yeah, so essentially we're just trying to kill enough of them to fill that bar to 100%. There's not too much else going on here. But once the event is done, we head back underground. Probably in the next episode, unless I deal with the stuff that's coming up then. And we can find another NPC. Also, I didn't notice this at the time, but if you looked at the top left house, like a few seconds ago, to throw my own words, the doors had fallen off. Yeah, right there. Because they could break doors, which is incredibly annoying. This is me trying to be fancy, but yeah, the sorcerer can teleport. So, oops. Yeah, there's really not much else to say about the Goblin army. It's the same 5 to enemy types, and in my current state, they're easy to deal with. So that archer was trying to run away. But yeah, for some reason I was trying to place a mud block as opposed to throw the spiky balls. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, I may as well bring this up. There was something I could craft with the stuff from the Queen Bee that I completely forgot about. And we'll probably craft it in the next episode. Will be our first summon. But here, let's show off the bee nades. We toss them, and when they get in it, they don't just explode, they send bees at the enemies. Just an absolute horde of the fuckers. Beautiful. I love these things. They stop being useful later on, but while they're useful, they are fucking useful. Like, it's an army of bees that just shred anything that comes near them, really. Also, I was trying to throw bees nades up there, but I didn't realise that I was throwing spiky balls, hence why... Yeah, I'm just kind of futzing around here. That was me being stupid, and yeah. The invasion is done once this is defeated, and once the last one's cleared out. So, past me. Continue on with your stories of amazingness. Okay, so now that these goblin bastards are defeated, we can actually proceed with what we were planning to do, which is going back over to the dungeon and actually fighting the boss over there. But first, let's look at the NPCs we've got. So this is our first new NPC. She's a dryad, and if we go to status here, she tells us how much the world is crimson. She can also sell some stuff. Purification powder. No, I'll buy a few of that. I'll demonstrate that on the way. Pumpkin seeds. We'll want to plant some of those. Let's do it now rather than later. Oops. I hope pressing the Windows key there didn't fuck things over. Let's plant a few of those. Let's also go look at this other guy, because this other guy is something I'm completely unaware of. I don't know what the hell this guy's all about. I think this is the Dungeon Defenders 2 guy. Take a few of these Defender medals on the house. For special defenses you can purchase, but only with Defender medals. Defender's Forge, Eternia Crystal Shards. Hold the Eternia Crystal. To summon a fairy. Should we try this actually? You know what? Screw it. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. This might be a horrible decision, but let's try it. So there is one NPC I forgot to mention there, and you can actually see him just on the left next to Loom in this freeze frame here. He's a dye trader. He sells us dyes. Well, not actually. He doesn't really sell us many dyes actually. He sells us something to make dyes. But we can also give him some plants that we can find around the world. I haven't found any in this world, surprisingly. And he can just give us random dyes for them. Yeah, that's who I missed. He's kind of insignificant. I'm sorry. How do I place it? Just like that. Rejects its area and pops away. So the tavern keeper message should rest in a large, flat, open area. Okay, let's flatten this area out and try that. Which means getting rid of these trees. Because I genuinely do not know what the hell I'm doing with this. I don't know how much of a flat area it wants. So this is where the blindness comes into play. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Why did I cut all those trees down? It just occurs to me. And let's just use wood for now because I'm lazy. Out of the way, bunny. I need blocks. Why don't I have blocks on the bar? Let's put blocks on the bar. Out of the way, worm. Okay, so we'll accept here. Rejects this area and pops one inside. The tavern keeper mentioned it should rest in a large, flat, open area. Do I need to get rid of the trees, or is this just not big enough? I may have to look up how I do this. Oh yeah, I've also got a piranha better. Where is the... Do something now. Rejects this area and pops away instantly. Right. Tell you what, I'll worry about that later. For now, let's try and get over to the dungeon as fast as we can. Preferably before nightfall. So yeah, we can use the grappling hook to get some nice speed. If we do this. There's still an accessory I've yet to find, which should make traversing the world easier. But again, haven't found it. So while we're passing through the Crimson, let's demonstrate that purification powder once we get over there. I'm not gonna lie, that ice smashing made me jump. So let's do it on Crimstone as opposed to ice. So, Crimstone. We can break through with the pickaxe, or we can do this. For a purification powder on it, turns it to regular stone. Not actually very useful. I'll explain why once it comes up. But yeah, I'm just going to walk to the dungeon, meet you guys over there. Oh, we actually got a new NPC as well for defeating the Queen Bee. We'll talk to him later. I don't think he has anything of value for us. But we will want to move him into the jungle itself later on in the game. I think we're pretty much at the dungeon. So we can use this next minute before night falls to quickly throw together an arena for this boss. And may I just say, on expert mode, this boss is a complete dick. But on normal mode, he's really easy. I just found this. I'll point that out properly in a minute once this arena's properly built. I bet knowing this game, it's going to freaking troll me. And throw another event in tonight. Is this big enough? I don't need much room to fight him. Let's throw some torches down quickly, so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Because again, this monitor is kind of unusually dark. For some reason, the blacks on this monitor are very black. Where are my platforms? There they are. I'm also going to make one of these for later, so I can fight more queen bees. Because I want more bean heads. There's a boss later on that bean heads just absolutely shred. Okay then, let's throw this campfire down. Okay, good. The event didn't happen, so let's go. Let's first actually... Do I have any rope on me? No, I don't. That's fine. Hello, old man. Let's curse you. Let's awaken Skeletron. So this is yet another boss. So basically, target is the head. The giant floating head. On normal mode, this boss isn't actually that bad, because again, just aim for the head, he goes down pretty quickly. On expert mode, however, this boss is a dick. I'm going to let the future self explain a bit more, because I want to concentrate on fighting him, even though he's pretty easy.
Oh, then, Skeletron. Giant skeleton. And as I've already said, aim for the head. So yeah, his main attacks really are trying to ram him with his hands and trying to spin into you. When he's spinning, that's the best time to attack him because his defense is lowered. But yeah, what makes him such a bitch on expert mode is you have to kill his hands first. They can make you bleed if they hit you, which is essentially poison. And he has an attack where, when he spins, he goes at you really quickly, and it's pretty much impossible to get off if he hits you. I really hate this boss on expert mode. Fuck him. But yeah, the bean heads are just absolutely shredding him. Lovely. Vengeance! Vengeance!
So, Skeletron doesn't drop us anything, but what he does do is he gives us access to the dungeon. Because if you remember in the first episode, we went down here and we got mauled by dungeon guardians. No more. We can progress through here. But we're going to do that next episode because my time is running short. And honestly, the dungeon can be kind of big. Should we kill some queen bees before ending the episode? Nah, you've already seen the fight. I'll do it off camera. Yeah, I'm going to look up the stuff for the Eternia crystal stand because I'm kind of curious. We'll probably end up doing that next episode. But yeah, what was this again? Ankle of the Wind. What does it do? Increase movement speed. Let's actually put that on. There is another movement accessory that I haven't found yet, and I really do want to find it. But yeah, next episode we'll either figure out how to use the Eternia crystal, or we'll go down there. One of the two. We'll find out later. Also, I made this rail. It just goes over to the jungle. Ooh, before we go, let's actually go look at that. So much for ending the episode again, eh? I'll meet you above the jungle, because you may have seen on the map, there is something I want to show. So we're over here now, just above the Crimson, on this side of the world, and there's a giant cloud. What is there a giant cloud here for? Well, if we either dig through it, or, as I'm going to do, be risky and grapple on the underside of it, which is probably a bad idea. Let's actually put the enchanted sword back on the bar so I can actually see what I'm doing. If I don't screw this up, which I have just done. Okay, tell you what, let's get up there a safer way, yeah? Let's just use a lot of platforms. And then let's dig through the island. Because yeah, this game has floating islands which can be found in the upper layers of the world. And they can have loot, or they can just be a lake. But this one I've already checked, as in I briefly glanced at it, and it's not a lake, it actually does have loot. Right, I'm trying to make sure that I don't accidentally throw the glow stick down carrying in my inventory, because it's a special one. Basically, when I hold it, it lights up balls. But yeah, I should really be doing this in the day, but not the night. But whatever. I'm a little worried that I'm going to die to the chimeras at some point. Let's drink a healing potion just to be safe. And by that I mean let's drink some honey. Yeah, so if we climb up here, we can see there's a little house up here. Though it's not valid as actual housing because it's missing a light. And a table and a chair. There's usually a table and chair in here, but if we open it... Ooh, Starfury. That's actually the last thing I wanted, but whatever. This weapon, you swing it, a star falls. It's actually a pretty good weapon, but again, it's kind of outclassed by the Beekeeper right now. But I think that's it with my phone going off as well. I'll leave this house as it is, but I want the chest. But yeah, now we'll end the episode. And as I said, we'll either figure out the Eternia crystal, or we'll just delve into the dungeon next episode. One of the two, we'll find out later. Zing!